Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to share some tips for installing Marley Twist. I'm also going to give you a quick demonstration of how I do my install. And at the end, I'm going to just share 3 ways that you can style your Marley Twist. Half up, half down is my preference. This is not really a hair tutorial video, guys. This is my third time installing Marley Twist in my own hair, and I've just learned some things because I've made some mistakes, and I just want to share it with you guys in the video. So first up, I want to say installing or being able to do your own hair is just such a blessing. It not only helps to save you money, but it also helps to preserve your edges, your hairline. That's an issue for a lot of women these days. So, first tip I want to say is don't ever cut your Marley hair. And when I say cut it, I mean cut it in half. It might seem like it's too long, but I have cut it in half and I tried to install the twist and it was just ugly. It was ugly as hell. Because as you can see, the Marley Twist has these like textured and pointed tips, and so when you cut it in half, this end is going to be blunt and it's just not going to look good. It's going to be ugly. So keep your Marley hair intact. Tip number 2, I would say to use rubber bands, or you can use the snagless rubber bands while you're installing it, simply because if you're trying it on your own, trying to do it on your own at home, and you try to twist it into your scalp to make it look like it's coming from your scalp, it's going to just put a lot of tension on your hair. And I feel like this is supposed to be a low tension hairstyle, right? This is kinky textured Marley braiding hair inspired by the late Bob Marley. It's not supposed to be perfect, right? Everyone know it's not your hair. It doesn't need to come from your freaking hairline. It doesn't need to look perfect. So use rubber bands. Number 3, if you're using the rubber bands, right? Now you have the option to braid it onto your hair as well with the rubber bands, or you can crochet it. Crochet it. That's my tip 3. Because it's going to last longer and the hair is going to just not be able to slip off, versus just trying to twist it in after you rubber band it. I would crochet the hair, under the rubber band, between the rubber band, but you need to use a crochet pin. This is literally $1. On the topic of rubber bands, now you could use regular rubber bands, or you could use the snag free. I got these snag free from the Dollar Tree, and they literally pop. All of them pop. So I would just use the regular rubber bands. When you're removing with the regular rubber bands, you want to just cut the rubber band out. Don't try to slide the rubber band out. You're going to just pull out hair, right? So cut the rubber band out. That's another tip. When you are twisting the hair into your hair, you could do at least 10 or 11 twists out of this bundle. So I think I just split between a kink. But to me, that's like a kink right here, right? So how you know it's an individual kink is by the tip. So right here. Oh my God. Okay, so right here you see this has its tip on its own. That has a tip. So that's 2 pieces right here. Let me show you with this here. Do you see all these tips right here? So you want to twist with the kinks. So if you want really small twists like me, I'm going to just use one tip, one kink. Use the texture and the tips to guide you when you are twisting in the hair. So if you want more of like a medium or jumbo size twist, you need to collect more of the tips, right? Don't ever try to break up a twist because it just starts to get tangled. Now I watch a video where the young lady used a brush to brush out the hair, but I don't do that. Another tip I would say is always have a scissors available, because when you're separating the hair and hairs start to get entwined, and just cut it. Just cut the straggly hairs that are connected to other hairs, like right there. Just cut that off. Don't even stress yourself out trying to unwind it. Just cut that off and keep moving. All right, guys, I am trying to think of any more tips I can share. Now, I have a lot of hair. In my opinion, I have a lot of hair. Every time I go to a hairstylist, they always complain, oh, you got so much hair. So, the first time when I installed this myself, and as well when I went to a professional, I did my entire head, right? And it was just so much hair, and it was just so much tension on my scalp trying to pull it up, and it was just too much hair. So I'm using the Janet collection. It's 6 bundles in one, right? So the first time when I installed this in my hair, I used 2 packs of hair because I just have so much hair. The second time around, I used 1 pack of hair, which is not enough for my hair. But what I'm going to do today is I am going to do, and I did this the last time, I am doing a half up, half down style, because that's how I usually wear my Marley Twist. I usually either try to pull it all up, but it's just always just too much freaking hair to do it all up in a bun. Or I leave some out in the back and then I do a bun at the top. So I would recommend, make sure, you know, when you part your half up, half down, you have sufficient hair in the back and you're pleased with how much you have hanging down in the back. Then you want to just do the perimeter of the front, and then you want to just do some braids in the middle. And that is how you get to just do a style with using 1 pack. Because 1 pack is really just not going to be enough if you have a lot of hair. If you have thick hair, you want to make sure you make your parts really tiny, and don't put too much hair in each twist, because then it's going to stick out. Like, I'm still making my parts really tiny, but the hair is kind of still sticking out, as you can see. It's all right. Like I said, it's imperfectly perfect, and it's not going to be a perfect hairstyle. And if you go to a professional, it might look perfect, but at the end of the day, when they go through your hair with the scissors, they are cutting your hair, right? Just so you can have a perfect hairstyle for like a week, because it's going to frizz out and it's not going to look perfect the entire time. So I think that is the end of my tips. So I'm going to attempt to show you guys how I install. So that's a kink. We got the 2 tips right here. We got the rubber bands already in. Now, this is the last row of my top, I can't even talk, my top up, top down style. So you want to make sure that the ones on the top are perfect. Using my crochet pin. So you want to put a little bit of beeswax on your hand, put it on the hair, like right in the center right there, because when I slide the hair in, it's not like all bushy when it goes through. So the first thing you want to do, if you've never used a crochet pin, okay guys, so we are doing this one right here. So you just want to slide that under your hair, under the rubber, no, in between your hair, under the rubber band. And then I usually like twirl it. And you want to just hook that onto the crochet pin like that. Close the clamp, because if you don't close it, it's gonna drag. Okay, so once I drag that through, I'm gonna use my mirror. So we got the tips right here. This is why I don't ever brush out my hair, because you want to hold one of the tips and then you want to get in between the hair that you slid and pull it out like that. Then you want to make sure that they're nice and even. And so at this point, Now you want to find your natural hair because you want to just tighten that rubber band back up, right? And then now you want to work with your tips because it's going to be on each side. So you want to just split your hair into two. And then you want to get some of your beeswax, put it on while you twist because it's on your tip, and twist away. You could twist it as tight as you want, or as loose as you want. I get real lazy, but seeing that these are like at the top, I'm going to make sure that they look a little decent. But basically that's it. And as you can see right here, my hair is sticking out. You do not need to trim your hair. Let it stick out. It's imperfectly perfect. It's Marley Twist. So I am going to section out the middle part that I'm going to braid so I can add twist to the perimeter. But this is something that you should do if you have a lot of hair and you just don't want like a full head of heavy twist in your hair. Right? This is a technique I saw someone else did with another hairstyle. I think they was just doing like a updo bun where they just did the perimeter of their head and then they just did some twist on the perimeter and made a nice neat. So I actually had to buy 2 more packs of hair and I decided to get a burgundy color, and this is the end result, guys. So right here, I'm on vacation right now, and so that was the middle section, and you want to make sure that you secure the middle section before you style your hair. So I always go to sleep and I always take everything out because I just don't like having a lot of pressure on my scalp. So I always sleep with my hair down. I put it in a bonnet. So every morning I style it however I want. So I'm going to show you 3 ways that I styled my hair while I was on vacation. So the first thing you want to do is ensure that the bottom section is sectioned off, and then you start to style the top. So I'm going to start out with twirling it into a bun in the middle section, and then I am going to divide each side. I'm going to twist it, and then I am going to swoop it into a bun. And basically that's it for that style. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Add a pretty flower, guys, and that is it for this hairstyle. The next one is really simple. This is just really a bun. Really, I just did not pull out the ends, and I just like slumped it over and just made it look really messy, but this is the easiest way you could wear it. Big messy bun. Second, I'm going to secure the middle again, and then I'm going to just pull the hair to the top, and then I'm going to just like tie it into a bun. And then I added some swirls with the hanging hair, and then you could leave some hair hanging in the front. I'm going to just leave a little bit in the front, and then I'm going to add another twirl. So basically I just twirl the hair up and then make it into like a little donut, and that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for more videos.